Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, I want to speak directly to the chosen ones, the souls who have been carrying a silent burden for months now. This message has been trying to reach you since July. Yes, since July. If you thought that was just a regular month slipping by, think again. It's been knocking at your door, sending signs your way, and calling your heart to wake up. You might have felt it, a quiet whisper inside that something isn't quite right. Or maybe you've brushed it off, too busy, too tired, or maybe even afraid to face what you really know deep down. But here's the truth. Avoiding this message is like ignoring the flashing warning lights on your dashboard, hoping they'll just turn off on their own. Spoiler alert, they won't. I'm here to tell you, this is no ordinary message. It's a divine call meant only for you. The kind of message that shakes the soul and stirs the heart. So if you've been scrolling through life, hoping for a sign or waiting for something to change, consider this it. And yes, I promise you, if you stay with me till the end of this video, I will make a sincere prayer for you, asking Allah to open your heart, guide your steps, and grant you clarity and peace. Let's be honest for a moment. Life can be overwhelming. We all have moments when we want to hide from the hard truths or push the difficult feelings aside. But here's the kicker. Growth never comes from avoiding the call. It comes from answering it, even when it's uncomfortable. Think about how many times you've put off something important, a phone call, a visit, a decision, telling yourself, later, I'll get to it. But the more you say later, the heavier the weight becomes. And that weight is what this message has been carrying for you all these months. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop avoiding what your heart has been trying to tell you since July? Are you ready to finally listen? Because this is more than a message, it's a turning point. And let me be clear, this won't always be easy. The truth rarely is, but it will be worth it. Your soul deserves the chance to heal, to grow, and to find peace. So if you're tired of pretending everything is fine when it's not, stay with me. Because what comes next might just change everything. Since July, this message has been trying to find its way to you. But sometimes, even when something is trying to reach us, we avoid it. We block the call, silence the alarm, or look away because facing the truth feels too difficult. Our souls, even the chosen ones among us, have a way of protecting themselves from what they think might hurt or challenge them. Imagine you're in a room with a window open and fresh air is flowing in, air that could refresh your whole being, but instead of opening the window wide, you keep it just slightly cracked, afraid the breeze might bring discomfort or stir up dust you don't want to see. That's how we treat divine messages sometimes, with hesitation, fear, or even denial. It's not just weakness. It's a deeply human reaction. We fear change. We fear facing our shortcomings. We fear that accepting a message might mean uprooting habits, admitting mistakes, or stepping into uncertainty. Since July, this message has been persistent, like a trusted friend who won't give up on you. But maybe you've been too busy to listen, or the noise of life has drowned it out. Maybe you told yourself, not now, maybe later, pushing it to the background of your mind. But time doesn't pause. Life moves on. And what you avoid today grows louder tomorrow. The soul's silence isn't always peace. Sometimes it's the calm before a storm. That quiet discomfort, that feeling of something unfinished is a sign that this message matters. Ask yourself, how many times have you ignored your inner voice? How many times have you turned away from what your heart knows deep down is true? Avoiding this message might feel safe for a moment, but it builds walls around your heart, making it harder to break free later. It's like walking around a fire instead of stepping through it. The fear of the burn keeps you circling, but the heat grows stronger. The divine timing behind this message is no accident. It's been trying to reach you when you needed it most, even if you didn't realize it. Sometimes Allah sends guidance in ways that test our patience and resilience, waiting to see if we will recognize it when it finally reaches us. So here's the challenge for you. Will you keep avoiding the call, or will you let this message in? Will you open your heart despite the fear, the doubt, and the hesitation? Remember, the path of growth is never free from discomfort, but it is the discomfort that leads to light. The resistance you feel is often a sign that you're on the edge of something important. You are not alone in this struggle. Every chosen soul faces moments of avoidance, hesitation, and fear. But the difference is made by those who choose to listen, to respond, and to act. So as you reflect on why this message has been reaching out to you since July, know this. It's because you are ready. Ready or not, it has found its way to you for a reason. And now is your chance to stop running from the call and start walking toward healing and renewal. Since July, you may have been receiving this message in ways you didn't recognize at the time. Signs have been coming to you, softly and persistently. But sometimes it's easy to miss them, especially when life is loud and distractions are many. It's like your phone ringing on silent, or that message popping up, but you're too busy scrolling to notice. Let's talk about some of these signs, because recognizing them is the first step to understanding why this message is so important for you. One sign is restlessness in your heart that won't go away no matter what you do. You might find yourself feeling uneasy, anxious, or empty even when things seem fine on the outside. It's a feeling many brush aside as stress or tiredness, but deep down, it's your soul trying to tell you something. Another sign is repeated failure, not just in big things, but in small daily struggles. You might be trying hard to change habits, to be better, or to pray more sincerely, but find yourself slipping into the same patterns again and again. It can feel like a cycle with no escape, and that's a heavy burden to carry. You may also notice your prayers feel unanswered, or that your connection with Allah doesn't feel as strong as it once did. Maybe you find it harder to focus during worship, or the verses that used to move you now seem distant and unclear. Sometimes, these signs show up as loneliness or isolation. Feeling disconnected from family, community, or even from your own self can be a painful reminder that your spiritual path needs attention. You might feel like you're walking alone, even in a crowd. Another subtle sign is procrastination. Putting off reading the Quran, delaying dua, or avoiding gatherings that nourish your faith. It's like a silent resistance inside you, telling you to hold back even though part of you wants to move forward. If you recognize any of these signs, know that they are not punishments, but calls to your heart. They are gentle nudges from Allah, reminding you that the chosen one within you needs to wake up and listen. Here's a little humor to help you see it more clearly. It's like your spiritual phone has been ringing non-stop, but you've had it on silent and been pretending not to hear. The question is, will you finally pick up? Self-reflection is never easy. It asks us to be honest with ourselves, to face our fears and admit where we've stumbled. But it's also the key to unlocking the door to healing and growth. Ask yourself, have you been ignoring the signs that Allah has been sending you? Are you ready to stop pretending everything is fine and face the truth that your soul is crying out for? The good news is that recognizing these signs means you're not lost. It means your heart is still calling out for guidance. It means you are still chosen. So take a moment, breathe, listen to your heart. Because this message isn't new. It's been here all along, waiting for you to see it, to accept it, and to act. Avoiding this message has a cost. A heavy, unseen price that you pay every day. It's not just about missing guidance or delaying change. It's about what happens inside your soul when you turn away from the light Allah is trying to send your way. Spiritually, avoiding the call creates distance between you and Allah. That distance isn't just a space. It's a barrier that grows thicker with every ignored sign, every postponed prayer, every silent cry your heart hides from even yourself. This growing gap makes your connection fragile, your faith weaker, and your soul more vulnerable to despair. Emotionally, the cost is just as real. Avoidance breeds anxiety and restlessness. It's like carrying a secret weight you can't put down. You may find yourself feeling exhausted. Even when you're doing everything right, your mind races with worries. Your heart feels heavy and peace becomes a stranger.
Physically, this internal struggle can take a toll on your health too. Stress from spiritual disconnection can cause sleepless nights, fatigue, and even illness. Your body mirrors the turmoil within your soul, reminding you that what you avoid won't disappear, it only grows louder. Think of it like ignoring a fire alarm because you don't want to be disturbed. The smoke fills the room, the danger increases, and the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to escape unscathed. The alarm isn't there to annoy you, it's there to save you. Avoiding this message is like walking through a dense fog. You know the path is there, but you can't see clearly. Each step feels uncertain, and you risk losing your way completely. The fog thickens, and without guidance, you're left stumbling in the dark. And here's a hard truth. The longer you avoid this message, the more isolated you become. Distance grows not only from Allah but from those who could support you, family, friends, and community. Isolation deepens the struggle, making it harder to reach out for help or guidance. Ask yourself with honesty, how much longer can you afford to avoid what your heart desperately needs? How many more days will you walk through the fog, hoping it will clear on its own? Avoidance is tempting because it feels safe. Facing the message means change, uncertainty, and sometimes discomfort. But safety without growth is a trap, a cage that keeps you from the peace and joy you're meant to find. Remember, avoidance doesn't protect you from hardship. It often invites more. The real safety comes from confronting your challenges with faith, humility, and the courage to seek Allah's guidance. You have the power to break this cycle. You can choose to step out of the fog, open your heart to the message, and begin the journey toward healing. The cost of avoidance is high, but the reward for facing the truth is even greater. A renewed soul, a strengthened faith, and a life filled with purpose and peace. Don't wait until the fire grows too strong. Listen to the alarm now. Turn toward the light that has been calling you since July. Even though you might have avoided this message, even though you might have ignored the signs or turned away from the call, Allah's mercy has never turned its back on you. This is a truth that every chosen one needs to hold on to tightly. Allah's mercy is infinite, persistent, and relentless. Imagine the most patient friend you've ever had, the one who keeps reaching out no matter how many times you don't respond, the one who refuses to give up on you even when you give up on yourself. That's Allah's mercy for you. It never tires. It never stops knocking on your heart's door. This ongoing mercy is a sign that you are chosen. Why else would mercy keep reaching out with such persistence? It's a divine invitation, a continuous chance to turn back, to heal, and to grow. Allah's mercy is greater than any mistake you think you've made.
greater than any distance you've put between yourself and Him. No matter how far you feel you've strayed, the door of mercy is always open. It waits for your return, like a sunrise waiting to brighten a dark night. You might be thinking, but I've waited too long. I've avoided this for months. But Allah's love is not bound by time. It does not count your delays against you. It counts your sincerity when you finally choose to listen. This message, trying to reach you since July, is a sign that Allah is still trying to guide you gently but persistently. That's no small thing. It means you are precious, you are valuable, and you are deeply loved. Even in your avoidance, mercy surrounds you. The gentle whispers that bring this message back to you again and again are mercy itself, wrapping around your soul, urging you to open your heart. It's like a lifeline thrown to a drowning swimmer. The swimmer might resist or panic, but the lifeline remains, steady and sure, ready to pull them to safety. You are that swimmer, and this message is the lifeline. And here's something else to hold close. Mercy is not just about forgiveness. It's about transformation. When you accept mercy, your soul begins to change. The weight you've been carrying starts to lift, and peace begins to settle in your heart. The moment you respond to this message is the moment your journey toward healing truly begins. But it requires courage. It requires you to step forward, even if your steps are small and unsure. The choice is yours: to continue avoiding and drifting further away, or to reach out and take hold of the mercy that never stops reaching for you. And remember, no matter what, Allah's mercy is greater. So let this message be a reminder that you are never too far gone, never too lost, and never beyond the reach of divine love. You are chosen, you are worthy, and mercy is waiting. Now that you understand the mercy that has been reaching out to you despite your avoidance, it's time to consider what it means to finally accept and act on this message. This is not just about hearing words. It's about transforming your heart and your life. Accepting this message means choosing to stop running from what you know deep down is true. It means facing your fears, your doubts, and the parts of yourself you might prefer to hide. This can be uncomfortable. Change rarely happens without discomfort. But it is in this discomfort that growth is born. Imagine planting a seed in dry soil and expecting it to grow without water. It won't. Your soul is that seed, and the message is the water, necessary for life and renewal. When you start to nourish your soul with acceptance and sincere effort, growth becomes inevitable. This is the moment to stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Waiting only prolongs the pain and confusion. Taking one step, no matter how small, is more valuable than standing still for years. Taking that step could be as simple as committing to sincere prayer, reading a few verses of the Quran each day, or reaching out to a trusted friend or scholar for guidance. These small actions build momentum and open your heart to deeper transformation. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and every step taken with sincerity brings you closer to peace. As you accept this message, you will notice changes. Your heart will begin to feel lighter, your thoughts clearer, and your connection with Allah stronger. The restlessness and anxiety that once weighed you down will slowly give way to hope and tranquility. But be patient with yourself. Change is a process, not an event. There will be days of struggle and doubt. When those days come, remember why you started. Remember that you are chosen and loved beyond measure. Also, surround yourself with reminders of faith. Create a space for worship and reflection. Listen to uplifting reminders. Engage in acts of kindness and seek knowledge. These actions will help keep your heart focused and your spirit strong. You have the power to turn your life around. The message that has been trying to reach you since July is your invitation to begin anew. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back any longer. Step into the light of Allah's mercy and guidance. Your soul was made for peace, and peace awaits you. You have reached the moment of choice, the turning point that will define your journey ahead. This message, which has been trying to reach you since July, was not sent without purpose. It was sent because you are chosen, because your heart is ready, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Understand this: the path to Allah is never closed. No matter how far you feel you've wandered, no matter the mistakes you carry, the door is always open for you to return. And with every step you take back, the mercy and love of Allah wrap around you, healing what was broken and lighting your way. Do not let doubt hold you back. Do not let fear convince you that you are unworthy. You are worthy beyond measure. The Creator of the heavens and the earth knows your heart better than you do. He sees your struggles, your hopes, and your silent prayers. This moment is your opportunity to say yes to healing, to faith, and to a renewed life. It is the moment to cast away the burdens of avoidance, fear, and hesitation. You are not alone. Thousands have walked this path before you, and thousands will follow. But what makes you different is your willingness to listen today. So take that step with courage and humility. Open your heart to the mercy that never gave up on you. Let this be the beginning of a journey filled with growth, peace, and closeness to Allah. Now, as promised, I offer this prayer for you, my dear brothers and sisters. O Allah, most merciful and most compassionate, we come before you humbly, seeking your guidance and mercy. Open the hearts of those who hear this message, and remove the veils of doubt and fear. Strengthen their faith and light their path with your divine wisdom. Grant them patience in moments of struggle and joy in moments of renewal. Forgive their shortcomings and envelop them in your boundless mercy. Guide them to act on the message they have received and help them to remain steadfast on the path of righteousness. Make them among those who are chosen to live in your love and peace. Ameen. Thank you for taking this time to listen. May Allah bless your journey and fill your heart with tranquility. Remember, you are chosen, you are loved, and your return is always welcomed. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and never stop seeking the light.